Welcome to CSEGURU. In this session, we will discuss the topic Introduction to Linked List. So before entering into the concept of linked list, first we need to understand what do you mean by array and what is the drawback of array, why we need to go for linked list data structure. So array, if you are considering, it is a linear collection of data elements, here in which elements will be stored in consecutive memory locations, that is in sequential memory locations elements will be stored. Next to next memory locations element will be stored, and the size of the array will vary from 0 to n minus 1. So here if element is stored in the sense, the next element will be stored in next memory location. So whenever you are storing the next element in the sense, it will be stored in immediate next memory location. Okay, that is in sequential memory locations only array elements will be stored, and all the array elements will be of same data type. Okay, so this is array. While declaring array, we need to specify the size of the array. In the declaration itself, you need to specify the size of the array. What is the size you have specified? Only that much size you can able to utilize during execution. During declaration, what is the size you have allocated? Allocated memory only you can able to utilize during execution. So that will restrict the number of elements you can able to store in an array. For example, if you are declaring array as int marks of 10 in the sense, totally 10 memory locations will be allocated from 0 to 9. Okay, only 10 elements you can able to store, not more than that. So this is the main drawback in array. That is, the fixed size is the main drawback in array. So during declaration, whatever the size you have specified, that is fixed. You cannot able to resize during execution. Okay, you cannot able to store even a single more element during execution. That is not possible. So to make efficient use of memory, elements must be stored randomly at any memory location. That is, in array, the fixed size is the disadvantage. How in the sense, suppose if you are declaring the size of the array as 10 in the sense, the operating system has to search sequential 10 memory locations. If 5 memory location is free at one place and another 5 memory location is free at another place, in the sense it is not possible to allocate. Consecutively, wherever totally 10 memory locations is free, if it is integer in the sense 2 bytes. So 10 memory locations in the sense totally consecutive 20 bytes of memory location is required to store an array. Okay, that is the main restriction. Fixed size in the sense, here you need to allocate sequentially 20 bytes of memory location. Okay, so that is the drawback. So here this restriction should be removed. That is, elements can be stored randomly at any memory location rather than consecutive memory locations. So to write efficient programs, there must be a data structure, alternate data structure that removes the restriction of the maximum number of elements. That alternate data structure is nothing but linked list. Okay, so this linked list will overcome the fixed size restriction of an array. So linked list, if you are considering like an array, it is also a linear collection of data elements. And here in linked list, each data element is called as nodes. Okay, so here the structure of linked list, if you are considering in the sense, initially a start pointer will be there that will store the address of the first element. Okay, and here this is called node. The node will have two parts. First part is the data part, and the second part is nothing but the next pointer part. Okay, the first part will store the data, any element you can able to store, and the second part, what it will do it in the sense, it will store the address of the next node. Suppose if this is the next node in the sense, the next node address will be stored here. And if this is the next element in the sense, here the next node address, the element 30 address will be stored in previous node. Okay, that is the advantage. Last node will be represented by null. So this is the structure of the linked list. And here the linked list will consist of a pointer variable that is called start, and this start will store the address of the first node in the list. And here in linked list, you can able to traverse the entire list using start pointer. This is a start pointer. So here the start pointer will store the address of the first node, and the address of the second node will be stored with first node, and the address of third node will be stored with second node. Okay, likewise, we can able to traverse the entire list from the start pointer. So here individual nodes will form a chain of nodes. Start will connected to first node will be connected to second node will be connected to third node. So that here the linked list will form a chain of nodes. Suppose if start is null in the sense meaning is linked list is empty and there is no nodes in the linked list. That is the meaning. So here linked list is nothing but it is a data structure that acts as a building block to implement other data structures also. Like stacks we can able to implement with linked list, queues you can able to implement, even graphs and heaps also you can able to implement with the help of linked list. Since the linked list consists of a pointer to another node of the same data type, it is also called self-referential data type. Linked list is otherwise called self-referential data type because you can able to refer the first node with stack pointer, second node with first node, third node with second node. So likewise, you can able to refer each node within the list itself. So it is called self-referential data type. Next, linked list memory representation. For example, if you are considering this as a linked list. So here first start pointer will be there and then the start pointer will store the address of the first node. Okay, so first node for example, if I am considering it as A, the next node is B and then the next node is C and next node is D and then the last node we are considering here as E. Okay, last node will be represented by null pointer. That is the next pointer part in last node is null. Okay, so here the address of node A will be stored with the start pointer. Address of node B will be stored with A. Address of node C will be stored with B. Address of node D will be stored with C and node E will be stored with D. So this is the linked list representation. In memory, how the linked list will be represented in the sense, here the start pointer will be there. Okay, and the start pointer will store the address of first node. First node is A. Okay, so this I am considering it as 1, 2, 3 up to here 14 memory locations are there. And this is the data part and this is the next pointer part. Okay, so here this is the start pointer. For example, if initially the start pointer is 3. Okay, the memory here it is representing it as 3 and here the data is A and the next pointer what it will store it in the sense the address of B. For example, I am storing B here, then C here, D and then E. Okay, so here the data is stored. And what is the next pointer part? How it is represented in the sense the first node is A. Address of node B will be stored with A. So node B is this one. What is its address? 10. So the next pointer part will store the address. So here internally if you are considering here in the sense address 10 will be stored for example. Okay, address 10 will be stored. And then the next pointer of node B is address of C. So address of C is 7. So 7 is the next pointer value for B, node B. And then for C, if you are considering address of D will be stored with C. So address of D is 13. 13 will be stored in the next pointer part of node C. And D, if you are considering the next pointer part, address of E will be stored. That is 5. See here, it is not required to be in consecutive. A, B, C, D and all. It is not required to be in consecutive memory locations. Okay. And the last node is E. Since it is a last node, it is represented by null pointer. So null pointer in the sense you need to represent by -1. Okay. So this is the memory representation for this linked list. So here in address of B, what is the value it will be stored? It is 7. And in node C, address 13 will be stored. And in node D, address 5 will be stored. E -1 will be stored. See here, the elements is not required to be stored in consecutive memory location. That is the main restriction in array. Array, if you are considering, if you are starting with the 3 in the sense, then 4, 5, 6, likewise only you need to store. Okay, A will be in 3 in the sense, B should be in 4, D should be in 5, E should be in 6. Likewise, consecutive free memory location is required to store the elements of array. But in the linked list, it is not like that. Any memory location which is free to store one node structure, that memory location will be allocated. Okay, that is not the restriction in linked list. And this is the memory representation for linked list. For example, if I want to store two types of linked list. First linked list, we are considering it as start one, and here I am going to store the student list. That is, the students belongs to biology group. Okay, so here student roll number is S01, and then second student roll number, it may be S04, then third student roll number is S07, and then S10. Okay, this is the last student. Now 4 students are opting for biology group and corresponding roll numbers are there. This will be considered as start 1. Okay, and the second linked list, if you are considering, it is start 2, and this belongs to computer science. Okay, and here the student roll numbers are S03, S06, S08, and S11. So here this is one separate linked list and this is another separate linked list. And how these two linked lists will be stored in memory. That memory representation, how it will be there. For example, here the memory representation is there, and this is the data part, and this is the next pointer part. So here the memory will start from 1, 2, 3 up to 13 locations. Okay. So here initially start 1 I am considering. This is start 1. Okay. And here the start 1 will be represented. That is, the element is stored in third memory location, and the address of the first node will be stored with the start pointer. Okay. So the first node value is S01. Okay. Next, S04, somewhere you store it. Yes, this is S04, S07, and S10, you store it. So here the data part is S01, and the next pointer part will store the address of S04. So here S04 address is 8. So 8 is the next pointer value for S01. Okay. Similarly, S07 address is 6. 6 will be stored with S04. Next pointer part of S04. Okay. And S10 address will be stored with S07. So it is 11. And then this is the last node. It is represented by -1. So here, this is the linked list for biology students. Okay, roll number and its corresponding next pointer part for biology students. Similarly, computer science students, if you are considering in the sense, I am considering here as the start pointer. Anywhere you can start, anywhere wherever the memory is free to store one particular node, that is enough. There you can store the data element. So this is start 2, and here it will be stored in 10th memory location. So S03. I am storing S03 here, then S06, then S08, and then S11 I am storing here. Okay. So here the address of S06 will be stored with S03. Address of S06, address is 5. So that will be stored with S03. And address of S08 will be stored with S06. So its address is 2, that will be stored with S06. That is the next pointer part. Okay. Address of S11 will be stored with S08. It is 13. And this is the last node for the computer science linked list, and that will be represented by -1. Okay. See here, in the same memory itself, we have stored two different types of linked list. Okay. Without affecting one another. That is possible. Now, if you are considering this memory location is free, this is free, this is free, this is free, and this is free. Suppose if you want to add one more element also, wherever the memory location is free, that you can able to occupy. So this is the memory representation of linked list. How many linked list you are creating, that is not at all a problem. Wherever the memory is free to store one single data element, that memory will be allocated, and you can create a link to that memory to access that data element. So this is nothing but the linked list memory representation. And the linked list, if you are considering, it is not required to store only one particular data element. Even a record also you can able to store. More than one data part also it will be there, and only one next pointer part will be there. This is in higher end of linked list. So for example, here you can able to store roll number, name, grade. Okay. So these three things will be considered as the data part, and this is the next pointer part. This is also possible. Okay, for example, here this is the memory location. Totally 12 memory locations are there, and here it is the start pointer, and here the start pointer is representing second memory location. Roll number I will consider it as S01, name is Abhi, and grade is E. Okay, and here the next pointer part I will represent it as 6, in the sense in the 6th memory location next value will be stored, that is next record will be stored. For example, S05 and Balu, grade is B, and the next memory location it may be 4. In 4th memory location S07, next name Money will be stored, C grade, and the next memory location is, maybe I'll consider here as S9. So here the next pointer value is 9. Okay, and here is 09 Shalini. Okay, and here the grade is B. Its next pointer value it may be 8. Here the next value will be stored, S11 Vicky, and grade is A, and this is the last node in this, it's represented by -1. Okay, so here this will be considered as a single node, and the next node address will be stored with the next pointer. Next node where it is connected, in the sense here from second it is 6. Okay, here the next record value will be stored, and the next pointer address is 4. Here the next record will be stored. Next pointer address is 9. Here the next value is stored, and next pointer address is 8. Here the next value is stored, and since it is -1, this is the last node. Okay, likewise the data element part may be more than one part also, that is possible, like a record we can able to store, and here also the next pointer part will be there to connect one record with the another, and this kind of record list also you can able to implement, and this is the memory representation for this. So linked list, if you are considering in the sense, it will have two parts, data part and the next pointer part. Data part will store the data value, and the next pointer part will store the address of the next node. And the data part, if you are considering, it may be more than one field also. Not generally we will use only one data element. As like record data structure also, it is possible to store with the linked list. Okay, and this is the memory representation. So generally linked list, if you are considering in the sense, it is a data structure that is free from storage restriction. That is, fixed size storage is not required here. Anyway, memory is free to store one node element in the sense, that is enough. Okay, so it is free from storage restriction. It does not store its elements in consecutive memory locations. Non-consecutive memory location only it will store. And the linked list does not allow random access. Here, since it creates a chain of nodes, you can able to access sequentially only. Random access is not possible in linked list, but in arrays, if you are considering, random access is possible. And here elements will be accessed only in sequential manner, and insertion and deletion, if you are considering in the sense, it can be done at any point. But this is a restriction in array. Insertion and deletion, usually it will be inefficient. If you are inserting or deleting at last element in the sense, that is easy. If you are inserting at first and the middle in the sense, it is inefficient in array. But in linked list, that is efficient. Insertion and deletion, it is efficient implementation with constant time. And the linked list will provide an efficient way of storing related data. And you can able to perform the basic operations like insert, delete and update information at the cost of extra space. One element, if you want to insert in the sense, find a free space to store that element, just add it. That is enough. Dynamically during execution time itself, you can able to allocate memory for linked list, but that is not possible in array. So this is all about linked list. Thank you for watching this video.